everybody. Ain't nobody on here right now, but that's fine. Hello, everybody. To when somebody jump on here, you pay it back. So, I ain't been live in so long. Oh my God, this is foreign to me now. I ain't been live in so long since my old YouTube platform that I got rid of it. And now I'm starting to feel like maybe I shouldn't have got rid of it, but it is what it is. So today I am cooking, baby, making all this freaking noise. Today I am cooking hamburger helper. And I'm cooking it with ground turkey. I'm cooking my turkey now. So about 2 days ago I had made some spaghetti. And that's crazy. Hey Limpo! I could finally go live on this platform now. But I just came on here to show my face. I'm cooking. Finna cook some hamburger helper. I had made some spaghetti the other day. And the pack was a big pack. So I split it down the middle. I was going to make tacos. But I was like, what the freak? Let me make some quick with some Red Lobster biscuits. So that's what I'm finna cook. How are you today, Limpo? We gotta catch up. I don't like the fact that it's cooking so slow. No, we got to catch up, but anyway, so I'm on here cooking my food. And I just wanted to come on and speak because, like I said, I ain't been live since my old YouTube channel. And I just wanted to catch up in good spirits, you know? I know we're all going through some junk right now, but it don't hurt to be in good spirits. Yes, got to. I got to. I can't be out here down and out. You know, you start taking on a bad attitude. Then you start feeling bad. And I ain't got time for that. I ain't got time. I ain't got time. It's going to be what it's going to be. And all I can do is do what's within my ability to do. And whatever ain't in my ability, we got to rock out. Yes, I need to be sitting on the porch chilling. When I'm done cooking, I'm finna play my Sims game. That's exactly what I'm finna do. As soon as I get done, play my Sims and look at true crime, cause that's all I do, child. Old lady. I went out to eat earlier and it was not good. Today is the death date of my friend who got murdered back in 2021. And we used to pull up and eat crawfish and stuff together. So whenever her birthday or her death date come, I try to do that. But that food was horrible. I was like, I won't be coming back up here at all. At freaking all. But yep, I just wanted to come and check in since I'm able to go live now. Thank you, Lampo. Yeah, since I'm able to go live now, I was like, okay. I tried to go live a few weeks ago, but they told me I couldn't. I had to be at 50 subscribers first. So I said, I'm finna cook. What the heck? Hey, Goat Noah. Yeah, I said, I'm finna cook, so I might as well go live. I ain't doing nothing else. I am not prepared for my hair to fall out. Yesterday, I was pulling hair off my legs and it was coming off. I was like, oh no. But they said, a lot of people say after, I'm good. A lot of people say after the 3rd round of chemo, that's normally when they start like losing hair. And I am not ready. I'm telling you right now. I'm gonna get me a glueless wig. I live in Florida and it be to the heat be on hell around here. I can't be out here with a bald head and the sun beaming down on it. Absolutely the freak not. No. No, my son talking about, well, I hope your hair don't fall out. I said, boy, we trying to get healthy. We don't care about no hair. It's gonna come back. Yes, Limpo. I ain't even worried about it. I'm like, child, it'll grow back. But I'll be healthy, they'll tell you that. And I'm getting me some new breasts. My sister said, why you want to cut them off? I said, girl, these titties didn't betray me. I don't want to keep them. But a 50 is a 50. What that means, Simon B? Yeah, no. Talking about why you want to get rid of them. Why not get rid of them? Why like they didn't betray me. Like I don't want to keep y'all no more. I don't want to keep y'all. I'd rather take my chances on, you know, going through my chemo and get me some new titties and lessening the chances of it coming back, being that we don't know where it came from. It don't run in my family, none of that. I don't want to take the risk. It's always easy for people to ask, you know, certain questions when they're not going through it. But that ain't a risk I'm willing to take, child. Just cut them off and give me some new ones. That's just how I feel. That's how I feel about it. But I've been feeling pretty good. Like, I ain't really got no side effects. Really, the only time I've had, like, any bad type of reaction was when I got the very first treatment. Now, next Friday, I don't know if I'm gonna feel good or not because I'll be getting 4 medicines instead of 1. So yesterday and last week they just gave me Taxol, and thank God that I've not been having any neuropathy or I ain't been sick. Like, all this medicine they done gave me, all this medicine. It's another one over there. All of these, not this one, I have to take this one the day before, during, and after my chemo. But all of these are for nausea. I've not been nauseous at all. I have to do chemo every Friday up until June. So when June comes, I'll do it once in June, once in July, and then once in August. So August 1st is my last chemo session, and that'll be the Keytruda, if I'm not mistaken. Hi, Sakana fan. So the Keytruda I'll do once a month. It must be a higher dosage, but the Taxol, they have me like doing Keytruda, Taxol, Carbo, and then Keytruda, Taxol, and then it goes back to the 3. And then after May, it goes to once a month. So that's good. I'm like, Lord, don't let it take me out, because baby, the way that I felt that first time, I can't go on like that. And I don't really like strong medicine, so even if I'm not feeling my best, I'll probably just lay down and mope around and deal with it or try to sleep it off, because I don't like strong medicine at all. I'm doing good. I'm taking it day by day. That's all I can do. And I'm just glad I don't be down about it. Like, and I don't let nobody in my space who be down about it. Nobody. I had to tell my friend that. She was like, friend, I just want to cry. I said, well, don't. I ain't dead. Dang. I'm going through something, but I ain't dead yet. Don't cast me out. Shoot. No. I'm still alive. Calm down. I'm going to be alive. When I go to do my chemo, it's nothing but a bunch of old people in there. So if they can do it, I can do it. If they can beat it, I can beat it. And they in their freaking 50s and 60s, 70s. Some of them probably in their 80s. I'm only 33. I just turned 33. If they can do it, I can do it. But it is one day at a time. It's different. It's new. It's foreign. I don't know nobody with it. But I've been trying to like change my diet too. I've been noticing that ever since doing chemo, I've been wanting like subs, and I guess maybe I'll be wanting something heavy so that it can hold me over with my medicine. But once I get like a meal or something, I never really eat the whole thing. So like last Sunday, I wanted a steak, and I'm not even supposed to be eating it. But I ordered it, and then I only ate like a little bit of it, and I gave the rest of it to my son. So I don't know. don't know what be going on. I just be going with the wind. I be blowing in the wind. Trying to be positive, trying to find some optimism. Cause I don't do depression. I ain't finna be letting it get the best of me. Ain't no point of being depressed by something you can't change. All you can do is do what's in your ability and deal with what ain't in your ability. But yep, I just wanted to come in and check in with you guys and say hi and let you know I'm back, snitches. Yes. But I'm finna get off of here. I'm gonna need you to stop eating, which I know, Lampo. I wanted a steak so bad. I'm talking about I wanted it so bad, but I ain't want to pick it up, girl. I had an Uber eat it, the goddamn thing, and then didn't even eat it. And even with like sandwiches and stuff, I'm not supposed to have. The lady told me if you want a salad or you want a sandwich, it's best for you to make it at home because obviously your immune system will be compromised and you don't know how long they got that stuff sitting out. Girl, I'm talking about I be all at them people's place. Left the other day, she told me that and went to Chipotle. Like, my boyfriend talking about, now the lady just said, I said, well, I ain't started yet. They got more than lettuce. He talking about, that's your problem. Went right up there and got me something to eat and did. Because that's what I wanted. I was hungry. And then I got a steak bowl. Just be messing up. And it don't even be tasting good. That it got my taste buds off. Like, I'm a water drinker, but I normally don't like drinking cold water. I don't know why I drink room temperature water. I can't even drink room temperature. I got to drink cold water because the room temperature tastes like metal. And I don't like it. So it's like, Lord, I need to do right. I need to do right. But I have been making me like some green smoothies. I've been trying to get me some fruit. Anything. I'm trying. I ain't disciplined enough, but I'm trying. Look at. I bought me some tea, some sour sop tea. What else I got? Some ginger. I had to went to the little Oriental store. I need to get me some. Is it called a grape seed or the black seed? I want to get some of that and some cold pressed castor oil. So I could drink that, but I can't find that anywhere except on TikTok shop. I went to the store to try to find it. Yep, I did like, looked at this lady on YouTube and she made like different kind of green smoothies. So I did a banana, some baby spinach, banana, a little bit of pineapple, a little bit of ginger, and some frozen mango. It was good too. I said, okay, I could do this a little bit. Because when I first got diagnosed, the dietitian lady, she said she had just went through chemo. She had Hodgkin's lymphoma. And she said that her drinking the green smoothie, it offset her, dang, what the junk called? I hate when this happens. Side effects. She said it offset her side effects. So I was like, okay, I'm going to try that. So when I went to my very first treatment, I didn't eat anything. I think that's another reason why I was sick too. Flow around in this water. Yeah, I didn't eat nothing. So I just drank a green smoothie and some water. Man, that junk had me down. I was down bad. I ain't gonna hold you. I was down bad, honey. For 3 days. Literally. I got chemo that Friday. And then that Monday, I had to go get a iron infusion. I can't. I said that I ain't built for this. I ain't built for this here now. I don't like the doctor. I don't like getting poked on. I'm glad now that I have my port, they could just do whatever they need to do through my port because my arms was bruised up, my veins so freaking small. One person can get the vein, the other person be talking about they need a machine to find the vein. The lady at the hospital had them poke me. I said, hey girl, you hurt my arm. Shoot, you sitting up here then stuck this needle on my goddamn arm and you wiggling it around. If you don't know what you're doing, take it out. Go find somebody else to do it. It just be too much. But they could just take it out my port now. So that's good. It's just, if somebody would have told me this, I would have told them they was a lie. It's too much. Can't wrap my mind around it. Can't wrap my mind around it, but it ain't too bad. Yes, Lampo, I do. Yep, I do. And they so small, and then they be, the girl talking about, oh, it moves. I said, they move too? Dang. I knew they were little, but I didn't know they was rolling. Jesus. Girl done stabbed me about 3-4 times. You better not stick that needle on my arm now another time. Now another. Cause I'm about to tell you right now, don't worry about it. But yup, had my arm bruised up. But it's like smooth sailing now. All the hard part, as far as like the doctors and stuff, is over, and it's so expensive. Even with my insurance, like my port surgery was $5,000 and some odd dollars. I had to get an MRI. I had to get an MRI for my spine because they said I had something on my spine. They wanted to make sure it wasn't cancerous. That was like $300 and some odd dollars. The same week I had that done, I had to go in and get an MRI from my skull to my thighs. That was also $300 and some odd dollars. And they be talking about, you finna pay now? Who? Bill me. Bill me. I'm not paying none of that. Send me a bill in the mail. Then I had to go get a biopsy on the left breast because obviously I got some dense titties. Man, that was the most horrible thing that I have ever. I said, this is not like the biopsy that I had on my right breast. I was laid back. They numbed me. I was looking at the screen while they was taking the tissue. This one I had to lay flat down. It felt like they was sticking it. Hey, Shelly Shell. It felt like they was sticking the needle right here in my chest. Ain't it though? Ain't it though? Because why you be paying all that money just to go to the doctor and still be paying all that money? And then when I went to go do my first round of chemo, girl, they gonna tell me I needed to pay $400 and some odd dollars. The chemo itself is $8,000 and something odd dollars. I said, Jesus. And this ain't even including the breast surgery and the radiation after the fact. And you go to radiation 5 days a week. But I tell you what, bill me. I'm gonna try to find me something better to pay these costs. Even when it came down to me getting my results for my diagnosis, I went to the hospital in October. And the only reason why I went to the hospital is because my armpit had been hurting for like a week. And I just was blowing it off. You know what I'm saying? From time to time, I would get like a sharp pain on the side of it. But I just was blowing it off. Like, you know. So when my armpit started hurting, I kept saying, I don't know why my freaking armpit hurt. And then it was swollen. But like, I'm just blowing. I didn't know that was a sign of breast cancer. So I woke up one day and my chest was swollen on the right side. That's what made me go to the emergency room. So I said, you know what? I'm finna go take a nap. If I wake back up and my arm is still hurting like this, I'm just gonna go to the emergency room because it could possibly be something serious. So I take a nap, I wake up, my arm was still, it was hurting when I put it up, when I put it down. Like I was holding it like this. This was hurting for me to press it. It just felt horrible. So I go to the hospital and they didn't put me on a little EKG, and I told them, I said, no, my armpit is hurting and it's swollen and it has my chest swollen. And they did like the ultrasound in my armpit, and the lady was like, I had 3 swollen lymph nodes. I didn't know what that means. I was just like, okay. So I had a mass right here. I can't feel it now since I done started chemo, like it's going down. But I had a mass right here and it was hard. Just ignorant. Just ain't doing what I should be doing pertaining to my body. So when she said I had 3 swollen lymph nodes, they kept asking me, are you getting over a sickness? Like, did you have the flu? And I'm like, no, I'm not sick. Not getting over anything. I just woke up and my armpit was swollen. And the reason why they were asking is because my white blood count was spiked. I didn't know what that meant either. And I didn't even know that until I went to go see my PCP. So they were like, well, you know, we're suggesting for you to go see your doctor, da-da-da-da-da. So I go see the doctor now, and went in there to see the doctor for 5 minutes. That was $185. So I go see her November the 15th. And she was reading the report from the hospital. And she was like, well, your white blood count was spiked. That's why they were asking you if you were sick. She said, but I'm going to refer you to get a biopsy. And I had already started looking up like different nonprofits because most doctors don't want to do a biopsy on you if you're under the age of 40. So I'm like sitting in the bed and I'm getting stressed out a little bit, and then I be thinking about my kids, and I be like, I can't be dying and, you know, leaving my son is finna be 19. My other son was 12 at the time. He just turned 13 in December. So I'm thinking about my kids. Now I feel like I'm falling into a depression. And I'm like, nah, sis, you can't be, ain't it though? I'm like, nah, you can't be falling into no depression. You have to figure it out. So it's a girl that I'm familiar with her. Like, I don't know her like that, but she's about my age, and she had just got diagnosed with breast cancer in September. 32. She was 31. She got diagnosed in September. So I reach out to her and I'm asking her like some of the symptoms that she may have had, and she wrote me back. She was like, yep, that sounds about it. Sounds just like the symptoms that I had. And I used to be friends with these 2 sisters. The older sister just beat breast cancer almost 2 years ago. She was 32 when she got it. So she never responded back to me. She didn't see my message. So I was like, okay, cool. But everything was kind of pointing into that direction. So I started looking it up, and I found this one place, and I called. And I was telling the lady at the nonprofit like some of the symptoms that I had. And she told me, she said, it does sound like breast cancer. So if you get an order number from your doctor, we can send you to get a mammogram. And that's how everything got rolling. They was able, that was in November though. So they weren't able to get me an appointment for a mammogram until January. No, they got me an appointment for a mammogram December the 19th. So from November the 15th to December the 19th, I was in the unknown. So I went in, I got the mammogram. The lady told me, she was like, I seen something in your breast. I seen a mass, which I knew that because like I said, I could feel it. She said, I seen a mass. It doesn't look good. So we're going to bring you back to get a biopsy. Went back in January 8th to get a biopsy. January 16th, my PCP was blowing up my phone. I'm talking about she was calling, started calling my phone like 7:30, blowing me up. And I knew it had to be something serious because you wouldn't just be calling like that, you know. So I told the lady, I said, listen, just tell me over the phone. She told me, no, well, we really need you to come in. I said, I already know it's probably something bad. Just tell me over the phone. I'm not coming in there to pay no $185 for you to tell me what you could tell me on the phone. She told me they wanted me to come in. I said, don't worry about it. I reached out to the nonprofit. The nonprofit called my doctor's office and got the results, and she told me to come down there, and the nonprofit people was the people that told me what I had. And they had it wrong because she told me I was negative for estrogen and progesterone, but I was positive for her too. But come to find out, it was a triple negative. So either one of them is a very aggressive form of breast cancer. And I didn't know what the freak she was talking about. When she gave me the diagnosis, she looked at me and I looked at her and she was like, are you okay? And I said, okay, Limpo. I said, yeah, I'm fine. I'm okay. I guess because she thought my immediate reaction was going to be to break down. But I kind of felt like I had time to process it. And I did before I went to the office. When the nonprofit called me to come in, I was working and I sat at my computer and I called my supervisor and I was like, Monique, I have to go. And she said, okay. And I was trying to hold it, y'all. I was trying to hold it. I was trying to hold them tears. I'm talking about, sis, so prideful. And I just bust out crying. And she was like, mm-mm. And I told her I have to go. And then I sat at the table. I got mad at myself because I was like, I'm supposed to be stronger than this. Like, I ain't supposed to cry about this. Like, I didn't think I was going to cry about this. I thought I was going to be able to take the news on the chin because, like I said, everything was already leaning towards the direction of breast cancer. So I initially felt like I had prepared myself. I don't know why. I told my sister that. She said, but why would you think that? I said, I don't know. But I did. I thought I had mentally prepared myself for that moment. And when I got the news, it still stung because that's not something that I was expecting. And I went up there. I got the paper. And I came back home and my boyfriend called me on the way. I didn't tell him that I was going up there. So when he called me, he was like, what you doing? I was like, in the car. And he said, I know you ain't crying. And I said, mm-hmm. And he was like, why? And I was like, because I have cancer. And then he got all sad. He didn't cry on the phone with me anyways, but he got all sad and he was just like, you gonna be okay. Don't be crying about it. You gonna beat it. What they said that it was. So I'm telling him what they said. And then he got off the phone with me, called me right back. Hey, Becca. Cried. He called me right back and was like, well, I looked it up and I seen the percentage and the survival rate and da-da-da-da-da. And then it's just been on and popping from there. And I met my breast surgeon first. She's so nice, y'all. Oh my God. My breast surgeon is so nice. Like, she came in the room to meet with me. She embraced me. We darn about stood up there and cried. She said, you're just a baby, but she said, you're gonna be okay. I promise. We got your treatment plan. We gonna fix it. She's so nice. And my oncologist is really nice too. He's a older guy, but they're really, really nice. I must say that I enjoy it. Then I would get mad with the people. I didn't even get my ish together. I was getting mad with the doctor people. The man called to schedule the appointment. I said, listen, because I didn't have no insurance at first, right? So I said, I don't have no insurance and I don't have no money to be coming in for no doctor's appointment. This is how I'm talking to the people. He said, well, ma'am, it's fine. Just come in and we'll figure it out when you get here. And I was like, okay. And then a couple hours later, another lady called me. I said, well, listen, just cancel the appointment. This is too much. They're trying to help me, and I'm over here getting mad at it. I be having to check myself sometimes, because you the one need the help. And she was just like, well, give me a minute. And she came back to the phone, and then I thought about my visit to the emergency room. I thought about my visit to the emergency room, and I had gotten a call from a lady in November, and she was saying that they were a part of like the financial assistance department, and I saved her number at the time, and I told her, well, if anything come back, I'll reach out to you. Baby, I called that lady so fast, honey. Baby, the hospital paid for my insurance. Yeah. Yes, ma'am. The hospital paid for it. Every month, when they send that little bill to my email, they send a follow-up email saying that the cost been covered. Won't they do it? Yep. Now, I'm sitting over here getting mad. Look at me knocking stuff out. I'm sitting over here getting mad with the people, and they understand. They helping me. Right, Limpo. Girl was making me so mad. I said, listen, I don't got no money for all of that. Nah, I ain't prepared and ready for this here. And they just kept saying, no, we're not going to cancel your appointment. We need you to come in. And then my PCP, let me tell you about this hooker. She was blowing up my phone. I guess she got frustrated because the doctors kept asking her to write me an order to get an MRI to start getting everything together, right? That lady called my phone. Listen. We need you just come up here and get your paperwork. I just want you to come up here and get your paperwork because you have breast cancer. I cannot help you with that. am a PCP provider. I cannot help you with that. So please come up here, get your papers. I'm going to give you 2 references for 2 different hospitals, and you can decide which one you want to go with. I said, well, God dang. Hold on, sis. Nah, don't be getting mad with me. I ain't sending a request to you. But I understood that she wasn't frustrated with me. She just understood the severity of the situation, and she knew she couldn't do nothing for me. But I'm talking about that's how sis world. Yes, girl, hooker. Because y'all was just trying to charge me $185 for y'all to give me the diagnosis. Now you calling my phone, telling me I need to come to your office to come get my paperwork up out your office, okay? Because you can't help me. That's what she said. That's what she said. I said, no, she didn't. Oh, shoot. I said, no, she didn't. Not when y'all just was blowing up my phone telling me I needed to make an appointment to get the diagnosis. Now you calling me talking about I need to come get my papers because you can't help me. That's exactly what that letter said. I said, I ain't going back to your office because I feel like y'all put money over patients. I didn't like that. You don't want to give me the diagnosis because y'all want me to pay $185 to get it. Really? It's a time with it health business. Health business. It ain't healthcare. It is strictly health business. And they don't mind letting you know. That lady called me like she had a chip on her shoulder. But, you know, sometimes you just have to process stuff different. You may not like the delivery initially, but I did recognize that for her, it was a state of they need to get this started right now type of situation. And she wasn't lying. And even still, I told y'all what, that was in January. I just started chemo March 7th. So even with all of that from October until March, with they say I got grade 3. I don't know what that means. They didn't give me a stage. It's just it is invasive ductal carcinoma grade 3 in my breast. And then I had metastatic carcinoma in my armpit because it spread outside of my breast. So, Lord, then when they started talking about you might have some on your spine, I was like, come on now, Jesus. Now, I know God dang gone well I ain't missed that many signs. I know I didn't. I ain't been sick or nothing like that, but I know you ain't gonna. I know you ain't let it get that far, okay? But it was nothing. It was nothing on my spine. She asked me if I had ever been in a car accident. I haven't, so I don't even know what it is, but it was nothing on my spine. Praise God. Okay, so 2 cups of water, 3 1/3 cups of milk. Yep, it wasn't nothing. It wasn't nothing. And then they said I also have a mass between my lungs that they wanted to test. But because of where it's located, he said there's so many nerves there, they're not going to test it. But my breast surgeon was like, well, whatever you have, you know, if it's anything lingering once, you know, you're done with everything, the radiation and all of that should kill it off. I'm kind of scared of radiation though, because I done seen some of them breast cancer survivors and they skin be burnt up. And I don't want no permanent burn marks on the side of my titty. You would think I wouldn't be concerned about that, being that I would be beating cancer out, but I don't want no burn marks on my breast. That's ugly. Because that stuff don't go away. And I already got these 2 little holes from the mammogram thing, and it's still bruised a little bit. I don't want no burn marks on my titties. I don't want that. I'm already going to be getting surgery. I don't want no scar and burn. I don't know how I feel about that. I don't think I needed to add no more water. Look at me. I don't know what I'm doing. No, Becca. It's gonna be the actual radiation. They didn't tell me nothing about. Well, I've met the radiologist and you know, just to get acquainted with one another. But from what the nurse was telling me, I'll be coming in to do the actual radiation, and she was saying that I would need to use like Aquaphor or some kind of moisturizer that is not scented. Don't bathe with like scented soaps. Don't wear any kind of perfume and all of that during the radiation. So I don't think it's going to be a pill. Darian, close some blinds up there. Yeah, so I don't think it's gonna be a pill. I might need to ask more about that though, but I don't think it's a pill. I think it's gonna be the actual radiation. I don't know. My supervisor was like, you might want to see if you know you can consider something else. And I was telling her that they were saying the radiation will kill off whatever continual cancer cells. And she was like, yeah, it's gonna burn off more than that. That kind of scared me a little bit, cause what you mean, lady? I don't know nothing about this. Give me a heads up. I want to be a little prepared. I don't want to go in blind. Because they going to tell me whatever they going to tell me. But I be wanting a little insight. So I had started following a couple people on TikTok too that is going through like a breast cancer journey. And I know everybody's journey is different. But just to get a little bit of insight, my boyfriend used to be like, why are you watching that? Because I want to get some insight. I just want to be a little bit more educated in real time. It's different from a doctor giving you information and looking at people that's actually going through the process. That's different. So although our stories will be different, it'll still be similar, because obviously I'm going to be a different person when I come out of this. My body is going to be different. It's going through different changes, medicines, and all of that other stuff that's foreign to me. So I want to have a little bit of education. Sorry that it makes you feel uncomfortable, but I'm going to do what I need to do for me. I got to put me first. God darn it. But yeah. Okay. I am horrible at cooking stuff like this. Like, if I were baking some chicken or something, frying something, that'd be different. But I don't know why I be having the hardest time with simple stuff. All right, break and drain. Return to the skillet. Stir in water, milk sauce. I feel like I put a little too much water over in here. Let me pour some of this out. But maybe I didn't, because I got a lot of noodles in here. But yeah, so I am doing it one day at a time, honey. My supervisor called me the other day talking about, I just called. She said, you need anything? I said, mm-mm. She said, you want anything? I said, no. She told my girl, you crazy. I don't know. What I was supposed to ask her for? Like, you would send me some? I'm not gonna be asking y'all to send me nothing. Ask them about the pill. Sometimes they'll give it to you. And if that's one of your options, I'm gonna ask them because they didn't present that option to me. And then too, when you ignorant about certain stuff, they won't even bring it up to you. Because somebody on my TikTok was telling me that I could ask to do a cold cap during my chemo session, and that's supposed to help like with your hair and stuff. They put like the cap on your head, I guess, a little bit before they start your chemo, or probably during the pre-med. And I told her I was gonna ask about that, but I ain't really worried about hair. Like, I just want to lose a couple pounds if I'm gonna lose the hair. Hi, Logan. But that's not a concern of mine. I didn't cut my hair off before, so it was by choice, but I didn't cut it. So I mean, it's hair. It'll grow back. That ain't really nothing big for me. Just give me some cute little earrings, honey, and I might throw on a wig a time or two, a hat a time or two. But I ain't finna be out here down about it. I ain't down about that. I ain't pressed by that. I'm pressed by getting through this journey and being able to share my journey with whoever want to listen, because as people, we think that we're so far removed from certain things. I was looking at this YouTuber's channel, and he in New Jersey, and he does like the drug channels. And I was actually looking at it yesterday, and the girl was saying that her mom passed away when she was 12 years old. And she was like, she was 12 in 2008. And I was like, dang, in 2008, I was 16. And it just make you think that when you look at different people's situation, when I see young people and they be on drugs and stuff and they be down bad and they be having kids, I be like, dang, we be so quick to judge people, but that could be anybody. Like, that could be me. It could be anybody. All it take is one thing for you to be out there hooked on something, or, you know, for you to lose a job and now you homeless. All it take is one thing. And it's the same thing even with a sickness. I never would have thought I ever would have been diagnosed with. If you would have told me that 7 months ago, that in 7 months I was going to be diagnosed with breast cancer, I would have said you was lying. Because we have such a perception as human, and it's just human nature. We have such a perception that it can't be me. Like, it could be everybody else around me, but it can't be me. And we don't pay attention to signs. Y'all just heard me say I felt the mass in my breast. And I was feeling burning sensation on the side of my breast and all of that. And I didn't correlate any of that to breast cancer. Because in my mind of mine, me, breast cancer? Like, I'm 32 years old. I ain't gonna get no breast cancer. That'd be the furthest thing from your mind. So it's imperative that I share. That's just how I feel. Like, I don't really feel responsible, but I feel like it's a good thing for me to share versus me saying I just want to go through this in private and I just want to do this in a private moment, in a private setting. Why? We all go through trials and tribulations in life because it's going to be somebody else that's going to come along and they're going to go through something. It's a chemo pill. I took the pill when I had cancer 17 years ago when I had cancer and it was okay. Yeah. So it's just like our story and our testament is to help somebody else that's coming after us. Y'all just heard me say I be looking at people on TikTok. Them girls on TikTok, one of the girls, she's 23, just went through having a mastectomy, finishing up her chemo session. The other girl, I think she's like 28. These are young adults. And here it is, the healthcare people saying you shouldn't be worried about getting a mammogram until you 40. I would have waited until I was 40 to get a mammogram. I'd be dead. So you have to advocate for yourself, or whatever it is, sickness, drugs. Like, you have to advocate for yourself and not look down on people. I don't really like watching them channels because I don't like the way it make me feel, but I do like watching those channels because it just brings you into the realization of it could be anybody. It could be anybody. I don't know why we as people don't think so, but it could be us. It could be us at any given time. So I just try to keep that, you know, positive headspace. Be positive, be upbeat. Now, the one girl on TikTok that's 23, her behind and run the bell, beat cancer, had the surgery. She still be on there crying and complaining about other stuff. I had stopped watching her, but, you know, nevertheless, her journey is her journey. But it could be anybody. It could be anybody. And so I'm going to share my story, honey. I'm going to share. Because I was very, oh, snap. I was very, I was too lax. Too lax about my health. Like, come on, girl. All this stuff going on and you ain't even semi-associated to nothing. But that's just how it is when you're a younger adult too. You be feeling like you're invincible. Can't nothing touch you. Yeah, they ain't gave me no chemo pill. I don't even want no chemo pill. I'm gonna tell you, I ain't responsible enough. I ain't gonna lie to you. I've been and forgot to take it. Last week I forgot to take my goddamn medicine. The day before I didn't take the medicine. Woke up and was like, dang, I ain't take my medicine. And my boyfriend told me, well, just take one in the morning and then take one later in the morning. I said, I ain't finna take this. I gotta take 2 pills. I'm not finna take them, boy. No. So I ain't responsible enough to be taking no chemo pill on my own. I don't want to do it. And then they got me on 3 different types of chemo right now. So I don't even know if they offer that. And all them side effects that they kept telling me, all the side effects was nauseous, 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 bone pain, mouth sores, sickness, ball. I said, God dang, she said ball one more motherfucking time. You ain't got to keep saying it. You ain't got to keep saying it. Nah. And all my medicines are for nausea. And I ain't took them yet. I ain't been nauseous though. I ain't, even when I had the first round, I wasn't nauseous. I just was tired physically, but I wasn't like feeling sick or anything of that. Thank goodness. I wasn't feeling sick at all. And so I ain't even opened up none of the medicines besides the one I gotta take the day before, the day after, and the day of. Outside of that, I ain't took that medicine. My boyfriend told me, so you paid all that money for that medicine and you ain't gonna take it? Well, if I need it, then I'll take it. But I'm not just finna take it just because I bought it. Like, boy, is you crazy? He don't understand though. I be having to give him a pass. He don't understand. He do not understand, but I think I scared him and my son with that first round. My son kept calling me. He was at work calling me, on the school bus calling me. You all right? You all right? I said, I'm all right. He told me, you can't even open your eyes. I think they was scared. But yeah, I just wanted to come on here and touch base with you guys. I done got done cooking. Now that was pretty quick. I'm finna stick these biscuits in the oven, and that's gonna get that little bit. I hope this food tastes all right, cause honey, I do not do well with stuff like hamburger helper. That is so strange to me. Like, girl, that's so basic. Why you don't get that right? But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and let you guys go, but I will be touching base with you all. And of course, if I'm just touch base with y'all. I ain't been live in so long, I ain't even know what to say. But I did want to come on here and share some light and positivity, because we all need it. We need it. And if you're knowledgeable, like for people who have went through this, or you work in the medical field and you knowledgeable about some stuff, and you got some information, even recipes, whatever, let me know, child, so I could be trying it out, so I could be the better part of me, even coming out of this situation. I don't want to do it like a temporary thing. I want to do it as a long term, because we got to be healed. We got to be healthy. We got to be. I didn't stop buying water in a plastic bottle. I done bought me a brittle, because I was looking up some stuff. This couple was talking about buying different stuff in plastic. Look at me opening some out of plastic. They talking about buying stuff in plastic. But they was talking about like how when you buy water and stuff in plastic bottles, how it's full of plastic. I said, okay, I'm gonna go buy me a brittle. I've been said that. Save me some money and filter out this water in this sink. That's what I'm finna do. I ain't finna play with them. And that's exactly what I did, and it worked just fine. I bought a brittle to hook up to my sink, but I don't know how to hook it up. So I wonder if I could take it back. I didn't open it and took it out the box. And I don't really be on taking stuff back, child. I need to get on I need my refund situation, but I just be like, I done bought it now. But yeah, so I thank you guys. I hope y'all enjoyed me. I enjoyed our little chit chat, and I will talk to y'all later. Bye.